It's time for the absolutely... I'm on my way! Completely! I'm almost there! Random! Why are there so many stairs? Podcast! Oh, jeez! With Andrew Rhodes. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast for Saturday, April 16th, 2022. I'm your host, as always, right here on the Web Designer 18 YouTube channel, Andrew Rhodes. And what in the holiest of hell am I talking about this week? Well, believe it or not, there was a Club Penguin knockoff that's now been yanked by Disney, and people were arrested for it. Holy shit. Yeah, Club Penguin must have been popular. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Xenoverse 2. Remember that game? It's still getting some DLC. I thought it was dead. I honestly thought it was dead. No, it's still alive. It's still alive and kicking. Sony is going big on Epic Games with a whopping $1 billion investment. This is interesting. I'm not going to lie. Kingdom Hearts 4 has been revealed. It's going to be a while till we fucking get it, though, but it's been revealed. And so much more happened this week, all here on the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast this week. But before we get into this song and dance, I'm sure you know it by now. If not, you should be humming along the words at home. If you're interested in oddities, weird stuff, collectibles, what have you, swing on by my eBay page, ARHOADS-2012 on eBay. I have a wide variety of stuff for sale. One person's trash is always another person's treasure on the worldwide flea market that is eBay. Where else could you find a Kleenex used by Dr. Dre and one of Shatner's old toupees? I mean, come on, this thing is full of it. Why else would Weird Al do a cool parody song about it? And on top of that, don't forget, I do have a t-shirt thing up, too, on that Spring site. You can find a link to that in the description of the video, because there is no actual name for that store yet, because I don't want to actually put money into buying a domain for it. It's just a generic, whatever the name was. I can't change it. It won't let me. At least I haven't figured out how to let it change, how to have it let me change it yet. But you can check it out. There's a link in the description. I do get a profit on the shirts that sell. So hopefully somebody buys some, because then I can, have some extra income coming in. But yay, there is that. Don't forget, follow me on Twitter at OtakuRhodes. Check me out. Check out the official. Sorry, not check me out, but check out the official Web Designer 18 Facebook page. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. We do have a Patreon and a Ko-fi if you want to help support the channel. And above all else, thank you, just for hanging out with me and for making the first episode for this month go over 200 views. I couldn't believe that. Holy crap. But yes, thank you so much for that. As always, but yes, thank you. Just thank you. Alright, so this is the part where I usually go with, how'd your week go, Andrew? And first off, I was shocked and blown away last Sunday. So, last Sunday, I accidentally put the podcast to start at like 10 in the morning. I guess whenever it was uploaded, it instantly premiered. First off, I apologize to those of you that are used to it going up at 2:15 or 2:30 in the afternoon on a Sunday. I apologize. If you like it like that, if you like it going up at 2:15 in the afternoon, let me know in the comments. If you like it going up earlier, let me know. I can schedule when it goes up. So if you want it to go up at like 11 o'clock in the morning, I can do that. If you want it to go up at 12, I can do that. If you want it at a set time, let me know. I can do that. I'm looking at the analytics and, let me know if something, what the majority rule is. Hey, I really like it being up at, this time. Can you put it up at this time? Yes, as I can schedule it to start at that time. So just let me know, like a general idea, because it was an accident, but it was an accident. Although, when I was checking to see how many views it had gotten, holy hell was I shocked at this. So, I'm thinking to myself, okay, there's like no possible way that I could, get anywhere near 200 views. I'm like, my max views I get per episode's about maybe 20, sometimes 30 if I'm lucky. The podcast that was for April 2nd, Oh my god. 255 views when I looked last Sunday. I don't know if it's gone up or not since then. And I saw that, I'm like, holy shit. I practically crapped out a patio. I was hyperventilating a little bit. I'm like, oh my god, this is really, oh my god. But yeah, so that was part of my week. That just like shocked the hell out of me. The rest of the week went mildly okay. I had to fight scheduling conflict at work because they decided, well, we're closed on Easter, which is a first because we weren't closed last year. I don't remember us being closed last year. We're closed this year on Easter. And then they were having me come in outside my availability on Monday. And I had to fight it. I'm like, look, it's outside my availability. I'm not available at this time. You know I'm not available at this time. It's on a piece of paper that says I'm not available at this, between this time and this time or after this time. So you know I'm not available. Why did you schedule me for this? And I had to fight that. And I don't think they enjoyed that I had to fight it. But, it is what it is. There's stuff going on right now in real life that I'm not making public that I am dealing with. I am having to take care of some extra stuff right now. I have to kind of be available at a moment's notice, especially on a Monday. And it works like, okay, look, after 10 o'clock in the morning, forget it. Because that's about the point when I know that, stuff's going to happen. And if I need to be somewhere or I need to be available, I can be available. So, like, after 10 o'clock, forget it. It was 12, now it's after 10 till further notice. I do apologize. But it's like they just completely ignored that. And it's like, oh, yeah, no, you're going to come in here 10 to 2. No, it's outside my availability. And I think they were a little pissed off about it. So I ended up losing 4 hours for this coming week, which... Will it hurt my wallet? Yes. Will it save my mentality of the fact that I don't have to try to rearrange half a dozen things? Yes, it will. Am I looking for another job yet? Yes, I have been for like the last couple of years because retail's dead. Physical retail is dead. It's just too dumb to fall the fuck over yet. But that's been my whole thing. But that was most of that. I had to fight that scheduling issue at work. Although, there is something good, though, fun that I am going to be doing this weekend, because I'm recording this early in the morning, like usual. I'm building a desk. This has been something that I have been working towards for the last couple years. I have been working on trying to find a desk for our dining room. Now, we have a computer desk. It's not really much of a computer desk, to be honest with you. It's something I think my grandfather yanked out of somewhere and then just stuck a couple things on it to make it a makeshift computer desk. It's not the world's greatest. It kind of sucks. And I've been wanting to replace this damn thing. I've been wanting to replace this for years. I could never find one that I liked. Either it was too bulky, it was too stupid looking, or it was too damn much. Last week, there were some flyers going around. I ended up getting a coupon for Office Depot, and I'm like, holy crap, Office Depot. And I'm looking at this like 20% off if you spend like $125. Well, most desks are at least $100. You're not going to find a desk for under $100 that's decent. And I'm like, okay, let me see what they got up on here. And I found one. Came out to like $155.17 for this desk. And to be honest with you, yes, well, Andrew, why are you spending, money that you possibly don't have? You're living paycheck to paycheck, aren't you? In a way, yes, but at the same time, this is something that I have been, this has been bothering the hell out of me. Because I've been wanting to clean this corner for the longest time, where the computer and that is. And we did some little cleaning of it at one point, and my mom's like, hey, this looks really good. And it was. We did a good job on it. And I'm like, okay, so this works. We cleaned up this little corner. This works out really well. And then it just kind of evolved into, well, now I really want to get this clean. I want to get a new desk here. And I couldn't find one that I liked. I couldn't find one that I liked. Well, now I finally found one. And first off, it's my desk. It's officially going to be my desk. So it's my computer, my monitor, my router. Technically, the modem, technically the modem's mine too, if you think about it, because I pay the phone company for it. So I don't have to pay them like every month. They delivered it to me because we set up for internet. So technically they get their payment every month, so that modem's mine. Technically I did pay for it. That was the first huge charge you get. So it's like, I paid for it, so the modem's mine. Like, the modem's mine, the router's mine, the computer's mine, the monitor's mine, the keyboard and mouse are mine. The desk that the shit was sitting on was not mine. It's like, but now, after this weekend, it will be mine. And I'm looking forward to this. I dragged the box over. I had it delivered to the fire company right across the street, because the FedEx drivers and the UPS drivers that have been delivering stuff to my area, and I did ask them if I could. They were fine with it. They've just been, like, parking in the middle of the street. And it's just been an annoyance. It's been a pain in the ass. And they're causing issues. They're causing problems. And I'm like, no, you know what? First off, it was an accident. When I typed in the address, it was an accident. And then I'm like, no, you know what? This will work out a little better, because they can just stick it right there. I'm right across the street. I can run over. I can grab it. Not a problem. And I asked them, I said, hey, is it okay if, this gets dropped off here for me? Because I don't want them parking right in the middle of the street like they've been doing. Somebody comes around and nails the back of their truck and causes, they're like, oh, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Just make sure you come over and get it right away. I said, oh, yeah, not a problem. I will make sure I come over and get it. And I did. I pulled a muscle. I pulled a muscle in my shoulder, like the upper part of my back between my neck and my shoulder in the process, apparently. Because I went to move my arm yesterday, and I heard something get a little tense, and I'm still feeling it yet. I worked my entire shift yesterday with that same feeling, so I'm like, yeah, that really was not a good feeling, but I did it. But it's like, yeah, sure, not a problem, so that was taken care of. I'm content with it. I'm looking forward to building this thing. My mom and I are making a day out of it, but it's going to be a lot of fun, and I will be taking pictures. I will be taking pictures of this desk, believe me. Believe me, this is going to be like that person that, builds an entertainment cabinet, takes a picture of it, sits it next to their bed at night, and they're like, my precious. I'm going to be like Gollum from Lord of the Rings with my precious desk. It's like, my precious. Don't scratch her! No, Lisa can't be scratched. It's going to be like Gollum in a way. But I'm looking forward to this. It's going to make the room a little bigger. I think it's going to be, first of all, it's going to be a lot nicer, for starters. I'm just hoping it fits. I didn't get the measurements right. It fits within the measurement parameters, so it should work. Then again, we have come to realize this week that while I'm intelligent, my intelligence is not math related. We have come to that realization relatively quickly. But yeah, so that's been my week. Pretty much, that's been the majority of it. I'm looking forward to my building this desk. This is gonna be fun. If I would have the balls, I would record myself building this. But I could just see the editing process of this. My mom trying to record it while I'm like on my back and on my knees trying to build this thing in my Iron Man pajama pants or my Iron Man sweatpants. Yeah, no, I don't see that happening too well. We're gonna have to be editing out the swear words every 5 seconds. Be like, son of a beep! God, beep! I don't think I can hit the censor button fast enough. But yeah, so that's been my week. That's gonna be part of my weekend. But hey, yeah, let's just get into the podcast, shall we? This is gonna be a lot of fun. Alright, so let's just talk about the elephant in the room here. The big-ass elephant. The Square Enix elephant that was dropped on our laps last week. Kingdom Hearts 4. Oh my god. I can't believe... First off, I cannot believe that we're getting Kingdom Hearts 4. This is the series that kind of pissed people off with 3. It pissed me off. Story-wise, it was good. You will never hear me argue that story-wise it was not good. Story-wise, it was good. It was really well thought out. A little confusing at parts, but then again, it's one of those you need to watch A to B to B to C. You miss one, you're going to get confused. That's understandable. And I really want to thank a lot of the people out there on YouTube that were putting up the analysis, the synopsis, here's what you need to know before you watch and play Kingdom Hearts 3. So thank you so much out there for that. they revealed Kingdom Hearts 4 along with a new mobile game. So, of course, you're going to have the games that are in between the games to explain everything. Because this is a massive lore. You have to remember, the original Kingdom Hearts game brought to a conclusion the original arc. So this is now the new arc. There's a new city called Quatrum. And honestly, it looks pretty damn cool. But the thing was, if you looked at the trailer that they released for Kingdom Hearts 4, did that world not look like the Verum Rex world that we had saw in Kingdom Hearts 3? So that kind of led the theory, at least it did to me. I actually had to do a couple double takes of it. And I did pull up the two videos, and I'm like, this is Verum Rex. This is Kingdom Hearts 4. I'm like, they look oddly similar. Now, granted, of course, like I said, the original Kingdom Hearts 3 brought to an end the first arc for Kingdom Hearts. That was the end of the first arc. And I'm just like, holy shit, that was impressive. The trailer was good. You will not hear me argue that trailer did what it was supposed to do. It got people wet. It got people excited. It gave nerds chubbies. Believe me, nobody will argue that. I doubt highly anyone will argue that, nobody got excited over that. Because if you didn't get excited over the Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer, then there's a problem with you. Wholeheartedly. But Kingdom Hearts Missing Link was also announced at the series' 20th anniversary event. No platforms or release date windows for Kingdom Hearts 4 were released because, of course, it's still in development. But we did get a glimpse of Sora in the new world of Quatrum. And I do apologize if I'm mispronouncing this, but it looks like Quatrum. So, yeah. A quick look at gameplay and an ending tease complete with Donald and Goofy. Because, of course, it's Donald and Goofy. Disney has their hands in this yet. You're not going to go without having Donald and Goofy in this. Disney has their hands in this. While this sort of feels like this is more of the Square Enix show now, because remember, Kingdom Hearts 3 kind of brought all the up-to-date, Disney characters that we had for that point. This kind of feels, because remember, there was no Final Fantasy characters unless you got the DLC. There were no Final Fantasy characters present in 3, unless, without, I think it was that, the Data DLC one, but that was about it. And somebody out there can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. But at the same time, that's all there basically was. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, it's not that bad, it's not that bad, it's not that bad, it's not that bad. But this kind of feels like it's more of the Square Enix show. Like, they know what they're bringing to the party. It kind of harbors it back, sort of in a way, to Kingdom Hearts, in the original way, where you had, the Square Enix characters coming in. But now it's like you're getting this all original series. And unless Square Enix is going to come out with a Verum Rex game and really piss people off. That would just be like slapping Disney in the face. It's like, oh yeah, hey Disney! By the way, while we were working on your Kingdom Hearts 4 game, BAM! BAM! We came up with Verum Rex. The game within the game, we came up with that, put it out. My God, that thing was skyrocketing crazy. Yeah, that thing was hotter than Final Fantasy VII's remake. Holy shit, we made a butt ton of money on this. So we gotta tie it into the Kingdom Hearts series now. Now it's official lore. It's not just some throwaway thing from the third game. No. Now it's official lore, baby. Yeah! That would piss them off. I know that would piss Disney off. I believe it would. But yeah, it's a quick look at gameplay, which did look pretty cool. There was a giant heartless that showed up. Sora has some new Keyblade abilities, including something that honestly took me back to Gurren Lagann in a way, with the giant drill and just thrusting the drill into the heartless. I'm like, holy shit, that was cool. It just took me back to Gurren Lagann, and I'm like, god damn, that was amazing. So yeah, the trailer begins by saying it's the Lost Master arc, with narration saying, if this isn't the ending you desired, if it brings you despair, then leave this world for another. We did see some of the, I want to say, cloaked individuals, the organization, which some of them are still around. They weren't all destroyed. Obvious reasons why, if you paid attention. But, yeah. The footage begins in a forest and then transitions to a large city. Sora is waking up in an apartment. We're introduced. By the way, spoilers if you haven't seen this yet, but I'm pretty sure everybody's watched this by now. I think it's pretty much apparent everybody's watched this trailer. This thing went viral. Sora's waking up in an apartment, and we're introduced to Stritzilla. Okay. Or Stritzia. A character that first appeared in Kingdom Hearts Union X. I didn't know that because I didn't play Union X. A quick tease of gameplay. We see Sora in his iconic Keyblade flying through the city, climbing buildings and surfing on walls, and even using weapons as a grappling hook and stuff like that. There are like 58 images in this IGN article for this. You can pull them all up. Then again, just watch the trailer. It's really good. I like how there's this like little language on the tower. So it's definitely got some hidden lore in there. I wonder if anybody discovered that, tried deciphering it. Because it doesn't look like it's regular words. Because I can't blow it up. No, I want to try to... No, I can't even save it, can I? Nope. Damn. I really want to try to save that. But, yeah, there's like... The first picture in the IGN thing here... there is definitely some symbols on there, so I'm wondering what that says. That might give us a clue. There's a hidden Easter egg there, so I might try to decipher it. Don't tell me I'm the first one to discover that. But yeah, leave this world for another. I like the forest look, and then it just kind of goes right into the whole, hey, we're gonna, go right into the massive battling and stuff. Then you get Donald and Goofy appearing at the end without Sora. They look to be in search for him, which they kind of were, in a way. I think they were going to go off to try to find Sora after the events of number 3, because they knew something was going to be wrong here. Donald asks, I wonder where he is. Then a mysterious figure off screen startles him by saying, hey, just where do you think you're going? Donald and Goofy scream in shock. And yeah, the video cuts back with the phrase magic in the making, which means that it's, once again, in development. I would look at like maybe 2024 for a fucking release, 2025 at the latest, maybe. There's no way, unless they started working on this right after 3 came out and they wanted to see what the reaction was going to be. I don't see this coming out within the next 2 years. This is like I'd say like 3 years at the max, maybe for like holiday season of 2024, but probably 2025. I'm gonna air 2025 as a possible release date for this. But then they also announced Kingdom Hearts Missing Link, the new iOS Android game that features 3D action familiar to the mainline entries, and a closed beta test planned for later this year. It's set in the realm of Scala Eidkylum. For those of you that played Kingdom Hearts 3, that was where the final battle took place! Scala Eidkylum. I remember that being the epic... It's like, yes, okay, we got this massive city... We're going up against the final boss. I got shit tons of powers. Let's go to town on this turkey. And there you go. There you go. It's going to allow players, though, to engage in exhilarating battles against the Heartless and discover a new original story. So, of course, you get a new original story that I'm pretty sure is going to be tying into the upcoming Kingdom Hearts 4. Because, remember, most of the side games did. You had Kingdom Hearts 1... that had the one side game in between, Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, that tied into Kingdom Hearts 2. And then you also ended up having, ironically after Kingdom Hearts 2 comes out, then we had 358 over 2 days, or 358 days over 2, and that tied into the events that led up to Chain of Memories. Well, actually, that led up to the events that... Yeah, so 358 Days Over 2 led up into the prequel to Kingdom Hearts 2 to explain how that all got to be, but Chain of Memories explained it from Sora's end, while 358 Days Over 2 explained it from Roxas's end. So there was that. Then you had Kingdom Hearts, there's like so many of them in between. There was that one mobile game, but you had Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, which was revealed at the end of Kingdom Hearts 2 if you beat it on like the extreme difficulty, but everybody thought, oh, this is going to be Kingdom Hearts 3. Even I thought it was going to be Kingdom Hearts 3. I really love that trailer. It's one of my favorites. Actually, I still have the video yet of it. It's one of my favorites to watch every now and then. But there's that. There was Dream Drop Distance. So many. They redid Chain of Memories again. They came out. They redid the first and second games then before the third game came out. There was that. I think it was like a one-off DLC game where you played as Aqua, which kind of explained how she got to where she was in the third game. All of this made sense in a grandiose scheme of things if you paid attention. Did I ever beat a Kingdom Hearts game? 3. Chain of Memories, Kingdom Hearts 2, and 358 Days Over 2. Those were the only ones I've beaten. I've not beaten any other ones. Those are the only ones I've beaten. But yeah. So what we got here? Okay, so the news story. So I'm assuming that Missing Link is going to be announced as the final chapter. Okay, so it was also announced the final chapter of Kingdom Hearts Dark Road is going to be released in August of this year as a free update to the Kingdom Hearts Union X Dark Road app. So there is that. Remember, Kingdom Hearts 3 was released, ironically, about 3 years ago, in 2019. So, that's funny. But, yeah, so this thing is going to be blowing the hell up. It's going to go massive. It's going to go buku crazy. We know it. But, yeah. So the presentation started off, they basically previewed the final chapter of Kingdom Hearts Union X Dark Roads, which is going to be available to play for free on mobile devices this August. Then it explored an unwritten era, which will be tackled in a new mobile game called Missing Link. Closed beta tests launching sometime this year as well for iOS and Android. And then came the big news that basically gave everybody a chubby and was like, ha! You remember that meme of Vince McMahon? Like, oh, yeah, that meme was basically what happened then with Kingdom Hearts 4. It's like, here you go. It's like, look, 2 mobile apps, not a problem. Let us introduce you to this bad boy right here. Oh, yeah. I know I'm making weird sounds, but yeah, that's basically what it had come to. Please, YouTube, don't block me, okay? This wasn't a doing it on purpose thing. I'm literally making a point. That's how everybody was kind of reacting. It was shock, but at the same time, you were giving the nerds the orgasm that they all wanted so badly. So, yeah, you got the footage for Kingdom Hearts 4. First footage, though, showcased it. But, yeah, it's interesting. So, it's been a huge year for Kingdom Hearts. I mean, Sora's in Smash now, which everybody was both pissed and at the same time ecstatic about. It's like, look, here you go. He's finally in it. He's in Smash. He's in Smash Brothers now, which was a no-brainer. I think it was going to eventually happen. Everybody's been wanting it. It was a no-brainer. So you have Sora in Smash Brothers now. You have the upcoming new Kingdom Hearts 4 game with the trailer that really doesn't look too bad. I think I read somewhere that they're developing this on like Unreal Engine. I thought I read somewhere. So that honestly is what kind of interests me a bit, I want to say, because they're going to be developing this on the Unreal Engine. That kind of leads me to wonder a few things, and none of it's good. The first thing that's making me wonder is just what exactly they're planning with this game. Because if that article was true. If that article isn't true, then don't worry about it. But if it is, that's making me wonder, what are they planning for this game that they're developing this on the Unreal Engine? That kind of worries me just a bit. Just a bit, that kind of worries me, because at the same time, I'm like, okay, so we're going to have the Unreal Engine for Kingdom Hearts 4. Why? Granted, to make it like the realisticness and everything else, but at the same time, it's kind of a mind-boggling thing here just to have, what the hell? But, yeah, that was huge. So, looking forward to Kingdom Hearts 4. There's more coming. I mean, we already knew there was, but yeah, now there's more. Alright, so let's talk about this. There's a bit of sad news that did come out this week. I didn't want to start the podcast off with this. I wanted to get like the happy thing going first, and then kind of give us a sad thing here. But we lost this really good comedian. And I know a lot of people are going to chastise me in the comments for that, but I liked him. I thought he was a funny comedian. I laughed. Okay? Damn it, I laughed. Not all the time, mind you. There were times when I did cringe. But I laughed the majority of the time. I liked him in Problem Child. I liked him in Beverly Hills Cop 2. I thought he was good as Iago. But, yes, Gilbert Gottfried passed away. And I was kind of shocked when I came across that. I think it was like Wednesday in the afternoon I came across it. I'm like, Gilbert Gottfried died. And I'm just kind of like, why did Gilbert... What the hell? Yeah, Gilbert Gottfried died. And I'm like, oh my God, no. Yes, he passed away. Sadly, he is gone. Does it suck? Oh my God, yeah, it sucks. It blows that he's gone. It is horrifyingly sad. Because he died at 67. I honestly... Because I saw him in an episode of AVGN a few years ago, and I'm like, man, he really is. Like, time was not kind to him. And then all of a sudden, it's like a couple years later, he's dead. And I'm like, oh, wow. But yeah, he passed away at the age of 67. And I was kind of expecting there to be, like, a lot of tribute videos and a lot of, like, people putting up, like, some of his highlights and stuff. Barely a trickle in the river here. And I'm just kind of like, what the hell? Yeah, barely anything. And I'm like, why? What? Yeah, barely anything. And I'm like, that was really horrifyingly sad to me, because I was half expecting there to be, some type of a, hey, this is really sad. He's passed away. Let's, remember him. Barely anything. There was like a couple of videos and that was it. Nobody was talking about it. And I'm like, what the hell? I know he wasn't everybody's cup of tea, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, he was still an individual. I mean, hell, when Bob Saget died, the world, it didn't screech to a halt, but it did kind of jitter for a second. When Betty White died, oh, God forbid the world stopped for like half a second. God forbid if the fucking Kardashians get robbed again. Oh my God, if one of them gets robbed, the world has to stop in a heartbeat. But what you'd call like a B-C-list comedian that, was really well known for some popular roles in some cult classic movies dies, and all of a sudden it's like, meh. I honestly thought it was, I thought he was funny. Granted, not everything he did was funny, and there were some stuff there were a few things that he did that I did think were a little tasteless. There was the joke at the Bob Saget roast on Comedy Central. There was the comment that he made after the Fukushima earthquake that got him axed from Affleck. I'm not going to deny he wasn't perfect. Nobody's perfect. That's the one thing. Nobody in this world is perfect. If anybody out there goes, oh, I'm perfect, I never make mistakes, I guarantee you have skeletons in your closet, you just don't want them to be seen yet. Everybody has skeletons in their closet. Eventually, we have to air our dirty laundry out in public because our dryers are busted. So trust me, eventually your dirty laundry is going to get aired. Your skeletons are going to come out of the closet. Trust me. It's just sad that he passed away, and I mean, I got a kick out of his comedy. I liked him in Beverly Hills Cop 2. Though the first time, aside from hearing him voice Iago in Aladdin, the first time I ever really, saw him act was in Problem Child. And that was because it was the daughter of a friend of ours, came over. And she was watching, she's like, well, yeah, she's watching Problem Child, and I'm watching it with her, and I'm like, this is funny. I was like a little kid. I'm like, this is hilarious. Like, this is funny. This is funny. And I was loving this movie. He plays, in the first movie, he plays the, I guess you would call it the counselor for the orphanage. In the second movie, he's the principal. I was pulling up the clips. It makes me want to watch Problem Child again. But I'm pulling up the clips, and I pulled up the one from Problem Child 2 when Junior breaks wind in his office, and he goes, "What? Is something crawl in here and die? Oh, and I just had a new paint job too." I'm just laughing my ass off at this, and I'm just like, I'm enjoying every second of this, and I'm like, oh. Just remembering now that he's gone. I mean, is this one going to hit me as hard as Robin Williams passing? Probably not. It's going to be one of those, I'll remember him like every now and then. Like, and I'm thinking about, oh, what would he be saying at this point? Because I'd always made a joke that if I'd ever gotten, like, really popular, really big or something, and he would still be alive, and I would, like, die in a car accident or a plane crash or something, I'd want it. This was a joke that I made for years. I'm like, because there was a thing on radio, like, years ago, like, like, if you became a really popular celebrity, you were really extremely popular, and you were to just suddenly die, like, you were in a plane crash, you died, saving somebody, or, car accident, you just dropped dead, and all of a sudden the world had to mourn you. Who would you want to have speak at your funeral? And I honestly thought about it for a little bit, and I'm like, well, if he's still alive, if that would happen, I wouldn't mind Gilbert Gottfried speaking. I think that'd be pretty funny. Just to lighten the mood up a little bit. Granted, yes, it'd be a little insulting, but at the same time, I do have that philosophy that if you can't laugh at something, if you can't find the humor in something, even something that's really horrific, you can't find the humor in something, you can't, laugh at yourself, you can't find the cosmic humor in something, just to break the tension, then it's going to kill you. It's just going to eat you alive. Like, if you're really stressed out, let's say, your car breaks down, you're by the side of the road, 2 flat tires, the engine's blown, your cell phone just got crushed by a semi, and you have no idea what the hell to do. If you can't find some type of humor in this, it's gonna eat you alive. And it's the same thing. Like, let's say, like, a beloved person dies or something, and, you're just thinking, man, this is really horrifying, you're really upset, and so you can't find some type of humor in this. Like, at least they went out, like, doing something that they loved, or at least they went out, and it's a big splash that they made on their way out. That they made sure that they went out and that people will remember them as they go. You can't find, like, just like a small chuckle just to break the tension. Granted, nothing, like, massively inappropriate or anything. Just, like, a small chuckle to break the tension. It's going to eat you alive. It's just going to devour you whole. And that's the problem. But with his passing, it was horrifying. I'm like, I'm still not over Robin Williams' death, and that happened, oh my God, it's like almost 8 years now, I think. It'll soon be 8 years. I think that Robin Williams has been gone. But as far as Gilbert Gottfried, yeah, this one's going to hurt. Is it going to hurt as bad as Robin Williams? No, I'm still not over Robin Williams' death, to be honest with you. But Gilbert Gottfried's, I'm not... it's going to hurt, I'm not going to lie, because I did think he was funny. I got a kick out of some of his roles. Did I ever watch any of his stand-up stuff? No. I think there's like 1 or 2 of them that were up on Comedy Central that I may have passed by when I was channel surfing years ago, but probably not in its fullest. Did I ever watch... I remember he was on an episode of Married with Children because he was pissing Al off. I remember, like I said, Problem Child. He was Iago in Aladdin. He was in Beverly Hills Cop 2. Though that one I did like Sidney Bernstein. That was funny. That was pretty good. But yeah, so it's just sad. But as always, though, here on the podcast, whenever a beloved celebrity dies, let us please have a moment of silence in memory of Gilbert Gottfried, if we may, please. Rest in peace, Mr. Gottfried. Thank you for all the laughs. Alright, so Sony is going huge in here with Epic Games. The whopping $1 billion investment. First off, if Sony's got $1 billion to piss around, why not come out with a better game system? Why not come out with a really good game system that really give, like, all your classic games, for people that really want to play those but don't want to have your newer system and get suckered into that whole horse shit? If you got $1 billion to piss around here, why not make it decent, right? Now, they go with investing in Epic Games. Now, for those of you that are unfamiliar with Epic Games, don't worry, you're forgiven. Because they're, usually understated massively here for some things. But Epic Games recently announced an epic new wave of fundraising, notable both for the $2 billion it's pulled in, and for an eye-raising present among the leading partners, Sony, the makers of the PlayStation VR, have invested a cool $1 billion in Epic to further the development of new digital fan experiences and the metaverse. Oh god, the metaverse. Yes. The news comes fresh on the heels of Epic showing off some impressive new tech last week. Epic hosted a showcase for the release of Unreal 5, the latest iteration of its powerful 3D rendering engine, which you can download for free usually. But don't forget, though, if you make anything and you try to sell it, you owe them a cut of it. So there is that. I always thought that was interesting. It's like, oh yeah, it's made with Unreal Engine. Made with Unreal Engine. Oh, hey, that's sweet. You owe us money. Oh, yeah, of course I do. Yeah, it's like, yeah, of course I do. It features a high number of high-profile developers, including the Coalition, a Microsoft-owned studio best known for the Gears games. And, of course, CD Projekt Red, who's developing the next Witcher game in Unreal 5. And don't forget, they also were the ones that brought you the wonderful game known as Cyberpunk 2077, the game that just keeps on giving you jokes, memes, and insults just to last a lifetime. Way to go. As for stuff you can actually get your hands on today, Unreal 5 was used to create The Matrix Awakens, a tech demo for PS5 and Xbox Series S and X, with graphics so real looking. Some people were like, whoa, I can't tell what's real or what's not, man. Okay, so obviously people became Pauly Shore from Encino Man. Or Biodome. Oh, man, this is cool, man. All right, and we're back into a Pauly Shore movie. I'm out. I'm out. Goodbye. It's not totally clear what all this money is for, whether it's laying the groundwork for an eventual PlayStation exclusive or exclusivity of future games developed by Epic, or as heavily suggested by statements from the CEOs of both companies, more about beefing up Sony's virtual reality endeavors. Sony's PSVR 2 is coming at some point. When hell freezes over, the devil gets free sleigh rides, and everybody in the world wins the $15 billion lotto. Yeah. It's like when the lottery gets to be so high that if every single person gets it, they're all getting like $15 billion. Yeah, when that happens, it'll be the point when hell freezes over, the devil's giving free sleigh rides, and then on top of that, that's when the PSVR 2 is coming out. Yeah, hell's freezing over, devil's giving free sleigh rides, and everybody's getting $15 billion from the lotto. Yeah, there you go. I mean, like the Powerball. Like, everybody buys a Powerball ticket, all the numbers hit, and everybody's getting like $15 billion. We're all rich. Yeah. I would love to see that happen. That's when you know we're all fucked. That's when you know we're fucked big time. Yeah. Representatives, though, for Sony did not immediately respond to a request for comment, but Epic Games, meanwhile, simply redirected Kotaku towards the press release announcing the news. This investment will accelerate our work to build the metaverse and create spaces where players can have fun with friends, brands can build creative and immersive experiences, and creators can build a community and thrive, Epic CEO Tim Sweeney said in the release. So in other words, they're creating Oz from Summer Wars, where you can do everything in the virtual world and you don't have to do shit in your real world. Yay! Can I control a little robot to do my job, and all I gotta do is put on these goggles, sit in my bed, and just go, all right, I'm working. Yeah, I'm still working, boss. No, I'm still at work. Hold on. Oh, yeah, hold on. Andrew AFK. What? Yes, I'm working. I'm at my job. I still have like 15 minutes till I'm done, then we can go out. Okay. All right, I'm back online. Let's do this. All right, let's sort these boxes, baby. Yeah. But they're thrilled, though, to invest in Epic to deepen their relationship in the metaverse, the space where creators and users can share their time, according to the chairman, president, and CEO of Sony in the press release. They are also confident that Epic's expertise, including their powerful game engine combined with Sony's technologies, will accelerate our various efforts, such as the development of new digital fan experiences in sports and our virtual production initiatives. Can we just get to the point where we can all, just... There's no longer... Like, you go to a movie theater, you're just watching a 3D game of the freaking players that aren't even on the field anymore. They're just controlling their avatars. They can't be hurt anymore. You're just going to see these epic, battles, this Caligula-like event. Can we just get to that point? Are we getting close to that? Because it kind of seems like you want to say we're getting close to that. Oh yeah, combine Unreal Engine 5 with our shit. We create the metaverse. You're creating Oz. You're creating the Oasis. You're creating a VR experience for people to go into. So basically, you're creating Ready Player One. You're creating Summer Wars. You're creating Aincrad. I swear to God, if somebody says they're creating Skynet from this, they're probably not too far off. All of this just basically says somebody watched a lot of VR shows like Sword Art Online or Dot Hack, Ready Player One. Oh God, what was the other one? Summer Wars. They just watched a lot of that, and they're like, we can do this. We can do this. You can create your own avatar, make your own personality in real life. It's perfect. It's like a giant video game. Yeah, it's called The Sims. Just make The Sims more customizable to your character. Have the ability to earn whatever money you earn in there. You get, like, let's say every 5,000 simoleons equals $2 American or something. So that would give you a chance to really I can rack up a shit ton of money in here, but then when you want to transfer it outside the game, it's worthless. It's like $2. Woo! Yeah! There you go. You're basically, what they want to make from this, in a way, if you really sit down and think about it, just create The Sims with Unreal Engine 5, and make VR capabilities with it, where you can control everything with the VR headset. You can explore your entire world. You have Google Maps with satellite views. You can easily get around everything. You can do 3D renders of buildings. You can easily do all of this stuff. So what you want to do is digitize the world. It is extremely possible to do that. Simply do the following. You have Google Street View, which gives you a satellite image of the street around you. There you go. You can walk down that street. I'm pretty sure Google would not mind doing this. They do it all the time anyway. Just have them go, hey, we need to get a really good 3D render of this. Pop it into this baby, and boom, there you go. Now you have a live 3D render of everything. Now you can walk down the street. You can drive down the street, fly down the street, whatever you want to do with your life. So now you have that ability. Cool. Then you go with now I want to walk into this shop. Well, all the stores in that, easy 3D rendering of the outside, and they can easily just do one of the inside. You want to be able to have, your shop here, boom. How about your house? How about your home? You can just make generic properties. We can't put actual physical locations in here. Okay, not a problem. So you want to have this tiny little shit shack, but it's not your actual home. They can't find you. No addresses are there. Not a problem. It's honestly, you can easily do this. You sit down, put everything out on a piece of paper, and draw the map from A to B. It is really easy to figure it out. It's basically make The Sims in Unreal Engine 5, add FPS to it. So basically first-person perspective. FPP, first-person perspective, not first-person shooter. First-person perspective in VR. There you go. That is essentially the metaverse. You can create your avatar. You can be your avatar. Do whatever you want with your as your avatar. You want to see it outside like a 3D view looking out? Well, there's not a problem. We can do that. Or you can see it directly view. Either way, you'll still see it. Really easy, really simple. The concept, to me, is not lost. It's very simple to figure this out. I could literally, in fact, maybe I'll do that if I get a chance this weekend or not, or like the next couple weeks or something, I'll jot down everything that you would need, what basic things we already have, and then, what adding like Unreal Engine 2 would, make. So like I said, The Sims, just take The Sims, make The Sims in Unreal Engine 5, upgrade the graphics, make it look more realistic. Hey, guess what? Now, if you want to, let's say, for example, you want to live as this massive, muscle-bound biker. I mean, like, this one that is like the poster child for why you should never do drugs, kids. That type of person. You want to be like this poster child, okay? It's a 3D environment. Go for it. Go for it. It's the metaverse. Same rules as a regular verse. No killing, no, beating, no theft. You can transfer, like, oh, look, here, for every, like, $2, for every $2 real, you get, 1 actual virtual dollar. So that way, it's like, look, it's going to cost you more to buy stuff in this place, but hey, you can do it, and you don't have to worry about it. Problem solved. There is that concept. You can work in the virtual world, make money in the virtual world. There's going to be a whole slew of things. How is it people can't understand this? But this is what Sony and Epic want to get to. And I know I'm getting off topic here big time, but honestly, this is not too far off of what they want to do. So, I mean, I could jot all this down for you on a piece of paper and make it extremely easy. What do you already have that you could take the source code from? Hey, let's go talk to Maxis. Let's go talk to the people that made The Sims. Let's go to fucking town on that and go, hey, now I can have The Sims. And I can, design my character. Hey, there you go. And best part, let's say you want to have 2 different, personas. You can have up to like 3 save files. Okay, let's just make that. Hey, look, because we know that some days you might want to be like, let's say, okay, this is my virtual presence, but let's say I want to make one because, I'm not fond of this one, but I put a lot of work into this one. But I want to create like another one just for scratch. It's a virtual reality. If I want to pay like, $20 to make an extra save file, boom, here you go, okay? Do the procedures, do all the changing, customization, cool. Then you just go in and start doing the same stuff that you already did. You're a whole new person. Problem is that you're still tied to the same individual you are. It's just like, look, this is Persona B, this is Persona A, this is Persona C. And the real you is sitting on a couch in your underwear, doing absolutely fuck all while you're getting robbed or something. I don't fucking know. But that's the point here, is that if this is what they want to do, they're not too far off of it. They really want to go with, like, the metaverse is like a whole thing. Take The Sims, chuck in Unreal Engine 5, add in VR compatibility, and just stir it all up nicely, stick it in the oven for about, I want to say 40 to 45 minutes, maybe, and then, bing, right there it'll come out, and bam, look at that beautiful cake. Isn't that beautiful? But yeah, so there's basically a lot of stuff though going on here with this. Honestly, it sounds interesting, but if this is really what they want to do, it's not that difficult of a concept to do. I don't understand what their hang-up is with this. I mean, if I can literally sit here and go, look, great, okay, now it's easy for me to explain this, but then it's probably harder to put it into practice. But if you have the people in charge, if you have the people that created the one, the people that created the other, you get them together in a room, and you're like, hey, let's try to merge your technology with my technology and see what happens. Right? That's my point, but yeah, so either way, it sounds interesting. Hopefully it'll work out well. But damn, $1 billion. Sony couldn't have just put that towards better game consoles? Seriously? Alright, so this is honestly a game I thought was dead, but apparently Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 is still kicking. I don't know how either, but apparently it's still kicking. It's still alive and kicking. Damned if I know how. But amazingly, though, DLC is continuing to roll out for Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, which launched back on the PS4 and Xbox One and PC way back in 2016. That thing is almost 6 years old and it is still getting DLC. Damn. Switch version followed in 2017, and then the Arena Brawler hit Google Stadia. I'm sorry, I had to laugh at that. In 2019. Now another character is on the way to power things up further. The latest addition to the roster is Goku Ultra Instinct Sign, who will arrive along with additional content selected by players via the Canton City vote as part of the Awakened Warrior Pack this summer. While you wait to see, the English and Japanese trailers for the characters are below, though. So yeah, you can see the character trailers. It's kind of interesting. I did watch it. It's just amazing, though, that we're still getting freaking DLC for a game that's 6 years old! 6 years! Six, count them, 6 years old, and we're getting fucking DLC for it yet. 6 years old! I swear to God, 6 years old, and we're still getting fucking DLC for it. That is amazing to me. That is huge! 6 years old and we're still getting DLC. I don't think any of the DBZ games ever got that popular before. I know Fighters is popular, but then again, that's massively different from Xenoverse, because Xenoverse is basically, you take control of a wannabe Time Warrior who basically has to try to save the world in a way. But still, 6 years old and we're still getting freaking DLC for it. That is amazing to me. That is freaking huge. I'm not going to lie about that. But damn, six years old and we're still getting DLC. I'm not going to lie, that's huge. It's amazing, it's huge, it's holy shit. I mean, that's what it is. Damn! Yeah, so look forward to that when it drops this summer. I know it's a short one, but I was shocked by it. It's still freaking getting DLC. 6 years old, it's getting DLC yet. What the hell? Man, what the hell? Alright, you know something's popular when Disney has it, right? You know something is massively protected by IP and copyright when Disney has it. Because their lawyers are vicious. They're bloodthirsty. They'll come after you, and they won't stop until they take a fat wet bite out of your ass. Yeah. And the people that remade Club Penguin, they're finding that out the hard way. So, the City Police of London seized the unauthorized MMO, which had amassed millions of users. And for those of you that don't remember what Club Penguin was, it was an MMO that got shut down. So Club Penguin was a massively popular children's MMO that was eventually acquired and then later shuttered by Disney, because that's what Disney does. Hey, we're Disney, we own you. Oh, but we don't want to own you anymore, so we're just gonna kill you. Just gonna take you about back, Old Yeller style, right between the eyes. There you go. Have a nice life. Yeah. Disney acquired it in 2007 and then basically just brought it to its knees. That didn't stop the popular clones from amassing millions of users, though. Now the official website for the most popular of the clones, Club Penguin Rewritten, has been seized by the City Police of London, and additionally 3 people affiliated with the project were arrested. And as of right now, to the best of my knowledge, they were released. So that's not good. So first launched in 2005, like I said, and then acquired by Disney in 2007. Club Penguin was an online MMO aimed at young children, set in a cartoonish world of anthropomorphic penguins. Sort of like that Sega Genesis game that the Angry Video Game Nerd reviewed. What was it? The Sega CD game where you had to go around, smash penguins with a bat, but only the evil penguins. And you had to go around, you had to find all these other things and stop the evil penguins from outweighing the good penguins on the doom scale, and it was weird. But yeah, something like that. That's what I always thought of it by. But Disney, though, forced the closure of Rewritten, though. The game was closed in 2017 to begin with, and then followed numerous unauthorized recreations on private servers, including the Club Penguin Rewritten, which now Disney has shuttered. This was bad. But once on what was once a thriving Discord for the Rewritten community, only one post written by an admin now remains. It reads, CPR Rewritten is shutting down effective immediately due to a full request by Disney. Basically, Disney sent them a C&D and said, hey, shut it down or we shut it down. Take your pick. And if we shut it down, we come at you with lawyers. And you don't want to deal with Disney and their lawyers. Their lawyers are vicious. I always picture Goofy in a suit and tie with a briefcase. That's their lawyers. Like, you're not gonna take them seriously. Well, gee, Mickey, here's the thing. I got a copy with a C&D. You guys were screwing this, and this. Copyright infringement, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. It's like, what the hell? Where did Goofy go to law school? That's basically what I think, though. But yeah, though, we have voluntarily given control of the website over to the police for them to continue their copyright investigation. It had 10 million users over the course of its run. The official webpage of the ill-fated game, where so many cartoon penguins once frolicked, is now home to nothing more than a brief statement while it says, quote, this site has been taken over by Operation Creative Police Intellectual Property Crime Unit, or PIPCU, referencing a department within the City Police of London. According to a police statement given to the Club Penguin fan site, 3 people were arrested on April 12th for distributing material infringing copyright. They have reportedly been released, though. Kotaku reached out to Disney and the City of London Police for a comment, but was not able to get an immediate response. They're not going to answer you. Come on, it's easy as there. But they did speak to Gizmodo, though. Big Chun, a moderator for the game, suggested that it may have been the arrival of ads in Rewritten that opened up to Disney's legal action. Apparently, running a game like this costs money. Yes, no shit. Therefore, ads were placed on certain parts of the game. We, or at least I, assume that's how Disney got us. Gizmodo notes that the site has been generating advertising revenues since the summer of 2020. However, Rewritten players were not deterred by the end of Club Penguin. So as they knew it, the Club Penguin world they know it has not been destroyed. It's still good yet. Many users stayed on the Dune website until their avatars were zapped out of existence. Thanos snap, basically. Though touching their desperate pleas would not be answered by a merciful God. Yeah, no. No, it's sort of like that episode of SAO Abridged where Kirito's walking on the bridge. It's like, really? There's no need to wonder where your God is, because he's right here, and he's fresh out of mercy. Yeah. This is not the first game, though, that Disney has taken down an unofficial Club Penguin website. In April 2020, Club Penguin Online was shut down for violating copyright laws and for allegations of criminal activity among players. A BBC investigation revealed that minors on the website were exposed to racist, homophobic, and anti-Semitic messages, which Disney, oh hell no. Disney catches wind of that. Hi! We're part of the Mouse's Hit Squad. You want to take it down, or should we? Click. Thank you. And just for good measure, boom, boom, boom! Okay, good night. Yeah. I don't know. But as far as this is concerned, yeah, you're going to have this happen. Remember, what the hell was it? Well, look at that site that got busted for having all those ROMs. Oh, yeah. Look at that. That site got busted for having all those ROMs. And what did that do? A shit ton of issues. Shit tons of issues. And what exactly came of that? Everybody got screwed. Everybody got fucked. Everybody got hosed. And did anything good come of it? No. Did anything good come out of it? No. What ended up happening? People got screwed. Everybody lost. As far as this is concerned, yeah, while this sucks, and believe me, you're not going to hear me argue that it doesn't, at the same time, it's an inevitable thing. It's inevitable. You're going to have this happen every single way, shape, and form. You're never going to have something that's going to be 100%, hey, this is going to work out great, everybody's going to be happy, because somebody's going to screw the pooch. But when it comes to copyright infringement like this, you got to remember, Disney is vicious. You can say, look, it's a fan site, it's not, we're not infringing on your copyright, all rights reserved to you. It doesn't matter, because to them, you're taking their property. It's sort of like the Mario Kart thing. It's the Nintendo thing. That's where it falls under with that. While you have my sympathy, and I'm not going to lie about that, you have my sympathy, at the end of the day, you have my sympathy to a point. And that point is, well, you did well in bringing attention to this game again, but at the same time, you could have just done it with like fan fictions and stuff like that. Something that like flies way under the radar. But the fact that it was an MMO game to begin with definitely didn't help that. But it's been shut down. So let's see who'll bring up another one. Yeah. Although I do like how there was a couple Twitter things, though. It's 4 a.m. 10 hours have passed since the notice that it is being shut down. Club Penguin Rewritten has been taken by the police. No one can log in nor access the site. I refuse to leave the mines. They are taking us one by one. We will sit here until the true end. It's really funny. They're literally all sitting there. It's just, they have Club Penguin Rewritten is dead. It's another one there. But yeah, I do like that one too. He's like, I refuse to leave the mines. They are taking us one by one. We will sit here until the true end. Yeah, they'll just Thanos snap you right out of existence. Okay, problem solved. Next. But yep. I mean, it sucks, but at the same time, it's understandable. But again, it sucks. I feel you. You wanted to play the game again. You're upset that Disney decided to end it for you. It's like, look, this isn't fair. Life isn't fair, but at the same time, I understand where you're coming from. But yeah, it sucks. You're not going to hear me argue that. It does suck. Alrighty, everybody, and that's going to do it then this week for the Absolutely Completely Random podcast. I'd like to thank you all for hanging out for the last hour or so with me. And until next week, I'm Andrew Rhodes. Don't forget, we have a Patreon and a Ko-fi page if you want to help support the channel. We do also have that little t-shirt shop that I'm putting up. You can find a link to that in the description of this video. And as always, until next week, come over, check me out on Twitter, @OTakeYourRoads. Don't forget to check out the official website or 18 Facebook page. Like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. Don't forget to submit your questions for the April Q&A. And until next time, I'm Andrew Rhodes. I'm bowing out. I'm out of here. And I'm gone, folks. Have a nice weekend, everybody. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye.